Yeah, that's what she said.
Hold on. As soon as it tells me we're live, I started doing this. Okay, so it says we're live now. I'm gonna give this one try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll start recording. There we go. All right, you ready?
No.
How about now?
I'm good.
All right. So it is Wednesday evening, and as you have made it through Hump Day, and I have made it through my glass of, I think it's spiced rum on the rocks, you might be wondering to yourself, did they actually play any old games this week? Did they actually watch any shows this week? Why, oh why, is Jonny drinking spiced rum on the rocks? Well, all these questions and more might be answered here in a few minutes.
Locking each other in couches, although that was just me locking you in a couch.
Hold on, I'm on my podcast.
It's Forget Being Cool, episode 47 for September 20th, 2017. I'm Dave Moore. Joining me is my main man, my man in the internet, Jonny _yo-yo ramen casino.
Dave, have you ever had good ramen from like a good ramen restaurant?
No, never.
Is,
not even once.
It is, okay, so I think to myself about cup of noodles or like the little bags of ramen. Because when I was in the Navy, I think I drank myself broke at one point. I'm not sure. But we would...
I mean, that's entirely possible and easy to do.
Yeah, well, and also back then, like the pay scale for like an entry-level person in the Navy has gone up. And by saying Navy, all branches of the military, gone up incrementally, right?
They've grown up.
Yeah, they've grown up.
Yeah.
They're all...
Like your grind.
They're all grown up. Anyway, so
not like the spin-off show from the Rugrats, all grown up.
What was that a thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
So
they made shillos. They were shoe pillows. We need to talk about this?
No, we definitely don't.
No. Nobody needs to talk about this.
So
coming soon to the Day Space Podcast Network, the We Must Watch All Grown Up podcast.
So anyway, I ate a lot of ramen because it was cheap, right? You could get like bags of it for 15 cents.
Yeah.
And since then, I've had a hard time eating ramen because I ate way too much of it. Now,
I think that's like most adults.
God, I hope so. But my brother-in-law, before I left Hawaii, back when I used to live there, my brother-in-law came to town and was like, hey, we're taking you to this good ramen place. And my wife and I were like, okay, whatever. Oh my gosh, this place, so good. It was ramen the way it should be. And it was so delicious.
Not like in the microwave.
Yeah, the chef's, it's got like one chef and he's just like pouring hot water and putting it in a microwave. Oh, you wanted the cup of noodle with shrimp. I handed you the cup of noodle with fish. Chicken.
It says fish on it.
Yeah.
This is somehow racist.
How?
I don't know. Are you okay, John?
I am. I'm good. I have with me. So
speaking of drinking yourself broke.
So for speaking of the Navy, one of my really good friends in the Navy, I was the best man in his wedding a year or so ago. And the one request he made was that he wanted Sailor Jerry. Now, Sailor Jerry is not the best spiced rum, I don't think, but it's iconic for the Navy. And so I bought some, I poured it into a flask, and I brought the flask to him for his wedding. Now, I've had most of this up there, and I very rarely touch it. One, because I don't drink hard alcohol. I drink beer, right, because I make it and stuff. I don't drink hard liquor, but this has been a week. And it's not that anything particularly bad has happened this week.
John.
Yeah.
Drinking doesn't solve problems.
No.
I assure you.
Well, I promise you I can't promise it's not going to create more, right?
It hasn't yet.
Yeah. Sean,
in this particular instance.
Yeah, so we have Sean and Josh going back and forth chatting about holding babies and stuff like that. But Sean says he picked up some Neo Citron on the way home. Let's go crazy. It sounds like gas.
That's just fancy Canadian gas. That's it.
Fancy Canadian gas. He's going to drink it and get messed up.
He got it so he could not interrupt the Xbox drive tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We don't want that show. By the way, still fantastic. Still loving that show.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing. Now, Dave.
Yes.
We have some housekeeping.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, Okay, I'm not sure what housekeeping you have. I have something I want to make sure gets thrown out there to the masses, and we'll remind them again on Friday, hopefully with some more details. Now, Andy,
I don't know what this is.
Andy, the informant, he and I were chatting, and he brought up that he would like to get a bunch of us together and play Overwatch this weekend, because Overwatch is free this weekend. And he and I are both like contemplating buying this game. I think you're contemplating buying it. And it was actually on sale for really cheap for one day a few days ago. But I was worried.
$30.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, with the Gamer Club, you could have gotten it for like 24.
Oh,
Which odds are I could have just like turned around and sold it for at least that much if I didn't like it. So I probably should have just gone ahead and done it.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, I'm going to download it on Friday at like, I think 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock my time is when it's available.
Okay.
And I'm going to download it on Friday. I'm going to try to play it throughout the weekend, but Saturday evening, I want to get a bunch of us together, get on the indie podcast Discord, because it's probably the easiest way for a bunch of us to be on there. Let's all hang out and talk and play Overwatch and use our alts, which I think is a thing. I learned by reading some stuff you shouldn't main anybody, so we won't main anybody.
Got it.
I'm gonna shoot things. I think that's what you do in that game.
I have no idea what you do in this game.
Yeah. So anyway, so Xbox One.
I know they added deathmatch. That's a real thing they did.
Yeah.
Which
but that's where your
because
that's when your controller actually.
That.
Well, hey, that's when your controller literally explodes when you lose the match and you just die.
Oh, really?
Like this is real life death here.
Oh, I don't think I should be playing this game. This seems
no.
unsafe.
Just don't play the deathmatch version.
Oh, okay.
That's for the hardcore players. Which, by the way, dwindles by
mature.
Yeah, but the hardcore players dwindle by half every deathmatch.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, eventually there'll be one winner, and that's the guy who's still alive. I've read a Stephen King book like this before.
Oh, this is a bad Stephen King book, though.
I would tell you what it is, but it would ruin the biggest twist in the whole book.
Oh, it's called Controller?
No, that'd be hilarious. He does have a book about cell phones.
Yeah, except it's like completely obsolete now. Are you okay, John?
I was trying to read something in the chat and it went by really fast because Sean is spamming us.
Sean, we're gonna kick you out.
It's funny because like Josh wrote something, right? And then like he wrote something long, and I'm like trying to read it, and like Sean threw up like 3 things, and it was just like because of my screen, Josh's was gone, and I can't scroll. Okay, Dave. So Saturday on Xbox One. I mean, we could have another group playing on PS4 if we have listeners that don't have that.
No, screw that. I can't even get into my PS4 still. Well, okay, I got into it. You want to hear about this, John? You want to hear about this?
I want to hear what the problem was. You said that you figured out what the issue was.
Yeah. So here's the brilliance. Hi, Sony.
Oh, I'm talking Sony again.
Yeah, hi, Sony. Hey, Rage Twitter account, get on this right now.
Okay, hold on a second. Rage Twitter account ended one of the tweets with, "This is short-lived. I had fun." Something I'm misquoting this, and then
so this is over.
And then wrote and then wrote JC at the end of it. So I think they were trying to pin it on me. Now, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I tell you.
You didn't make this Twitter account?
No, I didn't make this Twitter account. But the funny,
Sean got me really excited, making me think I was known.
Yeah. Yes. Because that's why you do this.
I couldn't even keep a straight face, John.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of this, I love that this Rage Twitter account exists. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know what the best part of this Rage Twitter account is? It is outdoing the Adam Leonard, not to brag, Rage Twitter account, because his Twitter account, like whoever's doing his Rage Twitter account, has picked it up a little bit the last day and a half or so, but was definitely not kicking it in full gear. So if you're listening to us out there, raging, mad. I forgot whatever it's called.
Adam. Yeah, it's like Rage Dave Mad PS4 or something.
No, but the Adam one. Like if the Adam at the Mad Adam or whatever it's called is listening, pick it up. Yeah. Pick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Okay. Anyway. All right, so let's talk about my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I want to know what the problem was.
So hi, Sony. When you decide to initialize updates using flash drives to install things, how about you make it simple and easy? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not good at doing
Wait,
that.
well, hold on a second. Mine is
So
on
here-
all the updates, and I haven't had to do any of that stuff.
So here's the file structure, John.
Okay.
Get ready. So on the website where they get the directions, they have 2 files. Okay. Both of them are listed as ps4.update. Okay. One is the update file, which is 4.7.3's update file. So if you were to have an existing version of the operating system, you could install from this point forward. Okay. Now, if you download the full installation, which is also called ps4.update, it's a gig file instead of 340 megabytes.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured this out. Okay. This I knew before yesterday or whatever day I figured this out.
Wait, you knew it before you figured it out?
Yeah. I knew that. I knew that there were 2 files.
Okay, but the fact that you said you knew it before you figured it out makes me chuckle.
Shut up, John.
Okay.
Anyway, but here's the brilliance of that. That's not super clear until you start kind of digging a little bit. Okay, it's fine. I can accept a lot of workaround to have to manually install an OS. I'll accept it. But here's the brilliance of the file management of OS 10 Sierra.
Okay.
Hi Apple. Hi iOS 11. Anyway, so here's what happens when you download the second file. Because of Sony's brilliant file naming, that both files are called the exact same thing, OS 10 decides to add -2 to the end. Okay? Only to differentiate the files within the downloads folder of the Mac. Okay? This would be smart and completely fine, except for the fact that the PlayStation 4...
Hold on. You keep saying Mac and iOS and Sony, and which one are you talking about right now?
We're talking about Mac OS 10.
I thought you were talking about PlayStation...
Calm down.
I am so confused.
Okay, here's what happens, John.
Okay.
I downloaded the update file.
Yeah.
Okay. Called ps4.update.
Okay.
Found out that's not the right file because it's only 340 megabytes. It's not for a full install. Okay. So I proceeded to go get the correct file after figuring this out.
Yep.
Mac OS 10.
Yeah.
Decides to, when downloading that file, rename it by adding -2 to the end. So now the file is called PlayStation 4.update -2.
Okay, now Sean is pointing out the fact that Windows would do that too, and that's true. Windows would put like a parentheses 1 is what they would do.
Whatever. Not the point.
Okay? Not the point.
It's Sony's fault for naming both these files exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Right? So when I'm downloading this, I have 2 files now. One has a thing on it. So I take the full file and put it in. The PlayStation 4 can't even recognize the fact that this file has this attached number to the end of it. The PlayStation 4, its DOS operating system is too dumb to even recognize this file at all. It's non-existent, according to the PS4. So I had to go in, delete the additional add-on of -2.
Yeah, you just change the name.
Change the name, and then plug it in, and then do it.
And did it work?
Yes, it worked.
Oh,
except now I have to log into my PSN account. I don't even know what that is. So
that's kind of funny. Did I tell you? I had to actually get a new PSN account when I got my PS4 because
we did talk about this.
Yeah, because my other one I didn't know what it was because the 2-something verification and the system that I had initially set it up for was one that I had to take back because it broke.
Right. Because this is normally the case. The same way that I'm still not going to be activate this is my home PS4 because I can't deactivate the existing PS4 that's sitting underneath my TV. It's stupid, John. It's so stupid.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Anyway, point in total. Yeah, that's it.
Whew.
Stupid. Nobody, John, stop drinking things on the rocks. You look like it's suffering. You literally look like you're suffering right now. Just a little bit.
Okay, I gotta read this. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Mentioned by Dave PS4 Rage More. Hey Sony moron, stop lying about file sizes for reinstall. Arrgh. Okay. Dave.
Yeah.
I need some help.
I'm not a good helper.
Dave, did you not go to kindergarten?
I failed kindergarten 3 times.
I think my dad, and who I don't think is watching, but you never know.
Just to clarify, that is a joke. I passed kindergarten the first time.
Well, it's good. I think my dad dropped out of kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah, this would have been 60s. So maybe you could do that. He might have had to go back then. I don't remember the whole story. I know that he told me he dropped out of kindergarten. Yeah.
What did he proceed to do?
He's a judge. So I think he did well.
Yeah, that seems like well educated.
Yeah. Like he trying to figure out how to do this without ranting in one direction or not. My dad, right, is the guy who like figured out eventually what he wanted to do. I say eventually, he was in his early 30s probably. Finished putting himself through college while working full time. Put himself through law school while working full time. Now he's a judge. He's actually about to retire next month, I think. 2 months from now, something like that. Anyway, I need some help, Dave. And this didn't come from you, or this didn't come from any listener out there.
Okay. Hi, listeners, get ready.
So today I was bored at work.
Uh-huh.
And this week I'm working Monday through Thursday, the day shift. So everyone's there. I can't bring anything in to entertain myself, really. Although I did bring my Game Boy Advance in there with me.
Seems appropriate.
And I have been like watching. But see, I'd only bust out the very beginning of the day when people aren't around, and the very end of the day when people already left to go home, right? And I leave it in my lunch bag. And then I been watching shows on my phone the whole day. I just keep it streaming or listen to music or whatever. But still, I end up bored, which is part of the reason why I am drinking spiced rum right now.
Okay.
So I was thinking about some stuff about different things I have coming up, and I have a $50 like Visa card coming to me for a rebate for something. I've got some birthday money that will be coming to me that I know of at least a certain amount for sure that will be coming to me sometime in the next few weeks. I have like rewards that I can get gift certificates for off the credit card. And so I'm like looking at Best Buy. And I'm like, what do I want to buy from Best Buy? I can combine all this stuff and get something really cool if I want to. And I'm looking on stuff. I'm looking at a couple of games I might want.
I'll tell you what you get.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's start with there. What would you, straight up, what would you recommend?
Xbox One X.
That's exactly what Sean wrote half a second before you said it.
Yep.
And because of the delay, he might have actually written it 10 minutes ago. I don't know. But
that's what you get, though. It's obvious.
No, it's not gonna be that much.
If I were to get an extra $300 to magically appear, anybody listening, don't make that happen. That's not a thing. I would just go get an Xbox.
Okay, so here's the thing. If I were to get a new Xbox, oh hey Ben's in Chicago.
Do you have a 4K TV?
I do. I would get an S. I would not get the X because I don't need it, and it's a whole lot of money. I would get an S so I can have the 4K Blu-ray player. Right, and then that's I'm not
that's fine.
Yeah, and I'm not someone who cares about. But also, I don't need it. Right, my Xbox is fine.
No, I don't need one either.
Right, so I can use.
That's why I'm not gonna go pre-order one because I don't need it.
Yeah, and so I can use this money for other stuff. So I'm looking at all these things, and there's a number of things as a parent I'm looking at also. So I was looking at like these routers that can control what your kids can see, how much time they can have with different apps and all this stuff. So I was looking at these things. I was looking at these ones that you get like 3 of them. The Luma, I think, is the brand. And you have one that plugs into it, and the rest, and the other 2 you put in other spots in your house, and they all kind of work together to make like
a Euro.
Yeah. Same concept.
Euro.
Yeah. That one popped up when I was searching for
Euro, like the food, right?
Oh, dude. And I don't know if it's still there because it's been many a year since I've been there. But when I pulled into Yokosuka, Japan, which is not too far from Tokyo. So I pulled in Yokosuka, Japan, and I only went out a couple nights because it was a working port, which means we pull in on the submarine. You work during the day just like you're in your home port, and then on the weekends and nights you can kind of go out some. They have this area called Sailor Town right off the base, and all it is every type of music kind of club. Plenty of women who want your money for fun times.
Fun times.
Yes, fun times. That's when I learned that what my buddy was saying was not the word force field. I thought he was putting a force field around me to keep the prostitutes away. Turns out that wasn't what he was saying at all. Anyways,
I don't know what he was saying now.
I don't remember right now.
Okay.
He was trying to tell her that I was happily married and did not want her business, right?
Okay.
But I thought, because I was drunk, really, really drunk at that moment, I thought he was saying force field. And I'm like, that's the word for force field.
Pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, like the concept was the same, but I thought I learned the word for force field. Turns out, didn't. Not at all.
Proud of you, John.
So anyway, so at 2:00 in the morning, when everything starts closing, I think it's 2 or 4, whatever time it was, everything starts closing down. You go outside and there's this Euro stand out there, and there will be a line of like 60 people because all the clubs and bars are closing, and everyone's like, I'm hungry now, give me a Euro. So we waited in line for these Euros. It was some of the best food I've ever had in my life, man. Like, and I don't know if it was because I've been drinking way too much or what, but oh my God. Like,
this is like when this sounds like when people say Taco Bell is good. That's what this sounds like. Just the thing is, Taco Bell is never good.
Well, first of all,
neither are street Euros.
Taco Bell is good, and secondly, those Euros were probably also really good. Like, it was probably actually a quality Euro on top of the fact that it was one of those things.
Right. Okay. That I'll give you. Are you okay, John? You seem distracted all of a sudden.
Yeah, someone was asking how to find the show, actually.
I don't remember what I was telling you about before I distracted you with the Euro story. Although I'm getting better at distracting you into side rails.
Okay. So
clearly.
So I'm looking around. And so
you're looking at Wi-Fi Euros.
And I'm looking at Wi-Fi Euros. So I'm looking at a couple different things, right? So I looked at like Apple Watches. Although I think I'm gonna wait till Christmas time or till I can catch one really good sale.
Wait for the new one.
Well, it's the one that's out there that you can pre-order or whatever. I mean, they come out in what, 2 days, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
22nd. Yeah. So they have that. I looked at like Wi-Fi extenders so that I could actually have something like kind of like extender and then hard plugged into my system. I looked at
like I do.
Yeah, I looked at like the Amazon Echoes because I kind of want something like that. Here's what I learned though. What I thought I wanted was 3 dots, and I almost was like, oh, I'll just go get that. Like, it's $150 for 3 dots, no big deal. Here's the problem: the dots don't play the music. You have to have a speaker attached to the dot to play the music.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, which sucks.
I mean, for some people that's great. I have a set of speakers.
Yeah, well, so do I. Like, I have 2 wireless speakers that I could plug into it. I mean, I could either plug it in or Bluetooth it to it. Mm-hmm. But it just kind of ruins it for me. Like, I want it to be the speaker. And in theory, I could get 2. But the non-dot ones are like $180.
Right.
And I don't want that.
Because they're speakers.
Yeah, but what I would like is to be able to get up in the morning and while I'm making my coffee, go, hey, Alexa, what's the weather today? To know if I should ride my motorcycle or not. Stuff like that. Or
can I?
Yeah.
I like my Google Home a lot.
Well, the Google Home is just as expensive though, and that's the thing. Is I looked at that too. But here's the difference. Here's the difference with Alexa and something I didn't realize, and I don't know why. So if you have Amazon Prime, you automatically get Prime Music for free.
Yeah.
Now, when I logged into it, I didn't, because we have a secondary account. Like, we're on my mother-in-law's account with our own login, so we don't get all this stuff free. So when I do Prime Video, I have to log in with her account.
Yep.
And so I didn't know it was free. So today on my daughter's iPod, I put Prime Music on there. I logged in with my mother-in-law's account, and everything's there.
Yep.
So with the Amazon Echo, we could have that and just be like, hey, Alexa, play Our Lady Peace, because they are the greatest band, in my opinion. Sean, I need to know if you love Our Lady Peace or not, Sean.
How many echoes have we set off?
I mean, I keep saying it, like, literally in hopes that I will set at least one off, but I don't know how many people actually listen to the show, how many listen
Google,
to it on speakers.
Okay, Google. Play music.
Okay. Okay, Sean says he loves Our Lady Peace. They are putting out a new album. I
Hey,
cannot
Siri,
wait to get it. I
sing
love
a
Our Lady
song.
Peace. Hey, just do not say the C word because all my computers might go off.
Okay, Google, stop.
Anyway, so I looked at that. I did look at some games. There's a game I really want to buy. I don't know if I did tell you this. Yeah. Go make your music stop. So for everyone out there, I did some math, and while sitting at work, I tried to figure out every game that I own, along with a couple that I just know I'm getting, and I went on how long to beat, and to figure out how many hours of gaming I had to beat the games I wanted to beat. Like, these are like not every game I own, but it's every game that I want to play through to fully do. Hey, let's all be real quiet so we can hear someone peeing in the background.
No, it's not.
Oh. So.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so I did this, and I have over 300 hours of video game story to play. This doesn't count. It doesn't count playing more Mario Kart or playing Beach Buggy Racing, or it doesn't count playing like multiplayer games like Splatoon. I have over 300 hours of actual gameplay ahead of me
To get caught up.
And so I'm gonna make a spreadsheet. I'm gonna try to start taking this on methodically so I can knock this down some. But I do have one more game.
But by the time you do that, you'll have bought 7 other things.
But see, that's the thing, is I don't have a lot in my future that I'm looking forward to. Like, I have it all ready to go at this point. Like, I could stop.
I feel like
buying...
that too sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this was gonna pop up, but the one I want right now that I don't have is the Wolfenstein double pack. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
I want that because I have to buy that on Xbox because I want to be able to play it and then give it to Ben to play.
You have to buy everything on Xbox from this point forward.
No. Well, I could find it used on PlayStation right now pretty easy, but then I couldn't hand it over to Ben to play, and he wants to play it also. So
anyways, also don't want to give Sony anything.
I'm okay. I don't hate PlayStation.
I do.
My bling and gold one is working just fine. But anyway,
I feel personally burned.
So if anyone out there has any thoughts for me, hit me up at Jonny Casino. You can direct message me. I should have that where anyone can direct message me. I need to know if there is like a home Wi-Fi system that is a good value, but is also good that you happen to like. If you are a parent and you have one that's like where you can control your kids with it, I would like to hear about that. Anything like that. Hit me up.
John.
Hit me up.
I like my Google Home, although I set it off during the show. That was pretty great.
Oh, I thought about Google Home. If I had an Android phone, I would probably jump on Google Home.
I don't have a single Android device except for that Google Home.
I know. But like, because like that would be a deciding factor for me. If I had an Android phone, I would get that just because it would go along with it, right? But I don't use Google Play Music, right?
See, I do. It comes with 6 months.
Yeah, but then after that, you have to pay for it. And at this point, I can get Amazon Prime Music for free.
Well, you get YouTube Red out of it.
Yeah, but I don't care about YouTube Red. And I've actually heard that YouTube Red is worse for the content creators. Like, I hear they get less money out of it.
Yeah, they get way less.
Yeah.
So but Google gets more money. So,
but I mean, yeah, they're fine. I think they're doing okay.
I think so too.
Yeah.
YouTube costs a lot of money to run, though.
No, I'm sure it does, but I'm sure they also do really well for themselves. And it's a super cool company.
They do now.
Yeah.
They didn't when they bought YouTube.
When who bought YouTube?
When Google bought YouTube.
Oh, okay.
YouTube was losing money every minute.
Before they bought YouTube?
Yeah. And for the first couple of years when they bought it.
Yeah. Well,
but I mean it cost them a ton of money to buy it. Right?
So
but Google lost a lot in the early days of YouTube.
So you know what's interesting is like I was reading an article a while back about Amazon finally being able to make money or something like that. Like it was some weird thing where they have not been making money this whole. It was bizarre. Like their stock is good. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. I just went to business school. Don't worry.
Amazon has always made money. Yeah,
but there was something about it. I don't remember. Why did
they make a lot more now? Why did I
bring it up, Dave? Dave, why did I bring it up? I knew a guy who lived in Washington.
Yeah.
And he lived across the street from this little bookstore, and he found out they were going public, and he bought stock in them. And then their stock exploded because it was Amazon. He bought stock. He bought like the initial stock in Amazon. Now, you might ask how I knew this guy. I knew him in the Navy. Why was he in the Navy? Because he lived like he had the amount of money that he had in stocks and made himself broke. He had to sell it all.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Good for that guy.
Dave, I have some music for you.
Oh, really? Again with this music thing?
Yeah, I know. Hey, people are happy about this.
Back in my day, we listened to things like NSYNC were the boy bands and Backstreet Boys.
Aren't you glad that that's a bumper that I use for playing music?
Yeah, John, it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that would be funnier.
Hey, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
I'm just going to start a music show. I'm just going to start a music so you can use other clips.
So, someone out there will enjoy
Somebody
my lyrics I just said to you.
Somebody hunt down the Cuyahoga Community College archives and listen to Flash Storage. That could be a thing.
No one's going to do that. Okay, so today's music.
I don't think those even exist anymore.
Today's music, as always, you can go to forgetbeingcool.com. This is episode 47. Go down. You can click on the picture. You can click on the link. You can copy and paste the link if you want.
Really?
Yes, Sean, I understand that Dave does not get the reference that I made about if it makes him happy, it can't be that bad. I would sing it, but then I would lose every listener we have. Today's music is from someone I played a number of times. This is from the String Player Gamer. He's pretty awesome. And he does a lot of string music. But specifically, okay, hold on. I got to address something. So I sent a text message before the show to the guy whose wedding I was in that I bought this booze for and told him that I was drinking and about to do a show. So he texted me. He's like, hey, where can I find it? And I was like, hey, look, go to the Dayspace YouTube channel. And there it will be. And I'm like, and we're live. And he texts me back. He says he's drank too much. Can't find it. Somehow this is really funny to me. I will try to send him a message during the music. Anyways, this is from the String Player Gamer. From the game Animal Crossing, this is KK Jazz. Enjoy. some nice light jazzy
Hey.
music.
Favorite thing about the end of that song was like the generic ending.
Oh, hold on,
Oh,
it started
oh.
again. I made it stop
Oh.
again. Yeah,
Oh,
it did
okay.
have an extremely generic ending. You are right. Dave,
How are you, John?
you ready to talk about some TV stuff?
No.
Okay, how about this?
Powerpuff Girls is fantastic, but so is SpongeBob.
Yeah,
That's a good bumper for TV stuff.
both of those things are true.
Dave, I watched 2 shows.
Oh, good.
Now these are both okay. So first of all, I have to highly recommend both these shows. Both of these shows are 8 to 10 episodes and only half an hour long. All right, so they are both easily bingeable for the first season, and I do not know if there will be more than one season of either one of these.
Okay, I'm ready.
So we are going to start with Atlanta. Have you heard of Atlanta?
My Atlanta?
No, not my Atlanta. My Atlanta. No, Atlanta, as in the city in Georgia.
Not the underwater city Atlantis?
No, that one's been lost.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's a good thing because that movie is terrible.
Yeah, they should have never found it. So Atlanta is a comedy ? Right? It's falling in okay, this is weird categories of shows that's coming out, and BoJack fits in this. Right? I know how much you love BoJack. But BoJack fits in this, and a few other shows that I've talked about that fit in this genre, where it's like, it's a comedy that's super dramatic. Right? And Atlanta fits in this. And it's, why have I forgot his name? Donald Glover, also known as the Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He might have written the show or be like a main writer on the show. He also stars in it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Did you ever watch Community?
No. You define what I know based on whether I've seen Community or not.
Well, okay, so a lot of big names, a lot of important people were in Community.
That is your defaultive. Like, have you seen Community? You ask me that at least once a week.
So I would say he got known in Community, and he was amazing in it, and he left, right? And now he's done some other stuff. He raps. He does stand-up comedy, I believe. He does movies. He does TV shows. So he did this show. Now, the basis behind the show is he's a broke dude who is his cousin makes some like rap music and does some mixtapes, and he decides he's going to be his cousin's manager and is trying to, throughout the show, get his cousin known and paid and try to keep himself, his baby mama, who he kind of crashes at her house because he's homeless, effectively, and also take care of his child. Here's the thing about this show. If you are white, you will probably not actually connect with anything on the show. This is probably the blackest show I have ever seen. Right? It is a world that even if I hit on the hardest of times and became broke and had to move my whole family in with my parents, I would still not understand the world that happens inside this show. That being said, also
Sean, please just start writing down time codes, please.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, like the N-word, I could not tell you the number of times it's used throughout this show. Right? Because that's the world in which the show takes place. Is where that's an okay thing to say. Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, that being said, it's funny, right? Like there's a lot of humor throughout the show. And it is a dark comedy, right?
Okay.
But it's also super dramatic. Now, as you watch the show and you get to know the characters and you get to like the characters, right? And you get to learn about the character, and especially the main character, like Donald Glover is just really, really good. And the guy who plays his cousin, who I guess would be like the second biggest character in the show, is like a Broadway guy, right? I mean, he's really, really good. Like everyone in the show, absolutely amazing, like job. I want to say this actually won a number of awards a few days ago. It is so good. Now, the show moves along, and you're like, okay, this is a drama. Here's some funny stuff. We're laughing, and then episode 7 hits. 7 out of 10. Episode 7 is one of the funniest things I've seen on TV, and I cannot tell you how many years.
I gotta watch this only because I want to know what John thinks is funny because
Okay.
he clearly doesn't like things.
No. So,
Cars
watch-
is better than Toy Story, guys.
no. Quit
let's just
taking
remember.
things out of context. Watch this show. I would almost say you could watch episode 7 as its standalone thing because it really does have zero context throughout the rest of the show, right? It's kind of its own little world in that one episode. But to understand the one main character in that episode, you kind of have to watch the rest of it. But you can watch it with that. Like, you can just jump straight to episode 7. But I recommend watching the whole thing. It's very, very good.
What is this show called?
It's called Atlanta.
Okay,
Spoiler alert, takes place in Atlanta.
Georgia.
Yes. Okay, so I watched that. It's 10 episodes. They're half an hour-ish long, right? You can catch it on Hulu, and you can catch it on Amazon Prime, and maybe Netflix. I don't know. Now, here's the other show. I watch a Netflix original also. Have you seen it pop up, American Vandal?
No.
Okay, so American Vandal is a new Netflix show. It's 8 episodes, half an hour-ish long. Did you ever watch like Making a Murderer or any of those like real crime documentaries that like, did this person really do it or did they not do it type shows?
No, I hate those shows.
Okay, well then
They bore me.
okay, well maybe you shouldn't watch this, but I still think you should. This is a satire version of one of those things. So
I would love it to be made fun of.
So here's the thing about this show, right? The premise is that there's a day of school, which is a teacher work day, kids are off. And between a 30-minute block of time, somebody went out and spray painted penises on 27 different staff cars. And they're trying to figure out who did it. And they instantly assume it's this one kid. And they put him through the school board. And they boot him out of school. And there's like another kid who knows him through like the AV club. Like they do like the morning news show at the school. Decides to do a documentary on this kid. And this thing is shot like a legit documentary. But it's based on a kid who drew penises on a car. And so there are parts of it that are really funny. And you're watching, you're like, okay, this is satire. This is ridiculous, whatever, right? But there's other parts of it that like feel like a real documentary. And they do it well. Like the filming of it, everything is amazing.
But it's not real. It's a mockumentary.
Yes, it is. But by the end of it, by like so it's 8 episodes long, I think.
Uh-huh.
Like episode 7, you're like, I'm sitting there and I'm at work. I'm like, who did it? I need to know. Like, did this kid do it? Did they mess up his life for nothing? I feel for this kid. And it was becoming real. And then you do, and it is one of those ones where like it has closure. Like by the end of it, you know what happens to everybody. You know
So
who actually.
no season 2.
I mean, if so,
They'll do
it'll
a
be a
different
whole different story. I don't know. They might not do another one. Because it's called American Vandal. It's about someone who vandalizes cars. So I don't know. They can do another one called American Vandal, right? They could call it like American Stabbing or something. I don't know.
I mean, that's the power of the world we live in.
We live in a
They
pretty
could
powerful world.
they could just rename the show America.
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 Yes, it's all
Without
about
the
monster
A.
trucks. But anyway, it is good, dude. It is so well done. You start really caring about the characters. The acting is really well done. It's funny at times. It's very satirical at times, and other times it's like, holy crap, like this is straight out of one of the real documentary type things. You go through that moment where you're like, did the guy do it or did he not do it? And you just can't figure it out. You'll recognize some of the actors. Okay, everyone but Dave will recognize some of the actors in it.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome, man. But man, it is good. Like it is really, really good. So watch both those shows. Atlanta, the first season. From what I understand, Donald Glover is really busy, and they're not for sure if a second season of Atlanta is coming out or not. Right.
Okay.
But and, I mean, obviously the same thing with American Vandal. But both of those shows, watch them. They're great, fantastic, amazing. And next week, when I talk about the show I'm going to watch, also a very good find, but holy gee, is so different. Little
I'm glad
teaser.
you watched things this week, John. I spent most of my time trying to fix my PS4.
I mean, you could have put. If I was fixing my PS4, you know what I'd be doing at the same time?
Watching something, but I
Yes.
was trying to make sure I could see the stupid picture.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why you put it on like a computer or a phone.
I don't even know what these alternate screen devices you speak of are.
It's all I use half the time.
This is
I like
science.
Science. I like science.
Science.
Today I was
Hey,
trying to.
wait, hold on. Have we talked about? I guess I finished this. I guess I didn't bring this up. Did we
What's
ever
that?
talk about Bill Nye Saves the World on this show?
I think I've heard you talk about it, and I don't think I've ever heard a positive thing about the series.
Except that I enjoyed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
You
did.
enjoyed BoJack season 4.
Yeah, because it's good, and you didn't pay attention to anything that
Okay.
happened in that show at all.
I am glad season 4 of BoJack happened. I was not entertained by it. I am looking forward to season 5.
Okay, but John also misunderstood half the entire season.
I'm gonna rewatch that episode. No, okay,
Proceeded
first
to
of
call
all,
me out for being wrong, even though I was right the whole time.
okay. So first of all, that's still up for debate.
And then we went.
secondly,
we went and searched out the official descriptions together.
official.
and
It's
then
a fan-made description. That's not official.
no,
It's
no.
written by some moron who's probably
Yeah.
wearing a BoJack hat and sitting in his mother's basement in his
Yeah,
underwear.
yeah, John. Because other people pay attention to one of the greatest pieces of animated television in the last decade.
I'm not saying it's not a great piece of anime television. I'm just saying this was a boring season compared
Yeah,
to the
because you're a boring person, John.
rest. Wow. I didn't know this was going to be the last episode of the show ever.
Yeah, get ready. That's it. We didn't even make it to 50. It's pretty pathetic.
Hey,
considering the show
I
comes
am-
out 3 times a week.
I am prepped through episode 51. All right.
Well, screw those prep notes, John. You might as well throw them in the trash. This is it. Bill
Shut-
Nye Saves the World is pretty cool.
Is it?
If you haven't watched it, I think it's entertaining.
So I
I
thought it was you I'd heard talk about it, but it must have been someone else because who I heard.
No, I think I talked about it on Character Crunch with Jeff.
Did you not say positive things?
Look here's and this comes from the perspective as a podcaster, right? They have a very strict formula because it's a talk show, right? It's like generic
Oh, okay.
generic talk show. Like, here's an experiment, we're gonna prove a point, then we're gonna bring in a couple experts who are gonna argue this point, and then we're going to do another experiment to prove the actual science, and then we're gonna say goodbye. Okay? Now here's where the show goes wrong for me. When they're doing the debates between the experts, and I noticed this because I went to film school maybe more than others, they're chopping the shit out of it.
Now, did you notice it more than others, or did you go to film school more than others?
I noticed it more than others, that they are chopping it up and cutting things out. And as a podcaster, and especially when streaming services are not limiting us in the way that like classic media is being limited by, I would like to see those actual conversations.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though, right?
So,
Hold on.
I think it's entertaining and enjoyable, but I would like to see more. I think it has way more potential to be something else.
Okay, but here's
than it is.
two things.
Hi, John.
One, I mean, they have to cut something, right? Because I'm sure the conversation makes the show go longer than they can have the show go, right?
Right.
Two, this show that we make and everything that I really do, right, is raw. Like, I don't edit. I don't cut things out except for one time because I made something sound terrible and I don't know. But regardless, outside of that, like, we don't edit this. Like, we get done with the show, I hit render, and I put the show out. Right. Like, this is us doing the show, right? TV, they edit things to make it look a way they want to make it look. And this is like all the reality TV shows out there.
I understand that, but there is a potential that these things like Netflix originals and Hulu originals and the mass, even Amazon Video, they have the ability to do what we do.
Yeah, but they're not going to because they want people to listen and we don't.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't care if one person listens to the show. I
That's
love
not
everybody.
True. That's not true.
No. Hold on, John.
Okay.
I love everybody who listens to this show. I love absolutely every single one of you guys who reach out to us. I even like people who make fake rage Twitter accounts. Okay, you guys are my favorite people in the whole wide world. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't care. God, that looks like it's killing you. I wouldn't care if anybody ever listened to this. We do this because we want to do this, John, and that's why we do it. We pretend to fight, but it's pretend fighting.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, have you ever drank straight spiced rum?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
and I don't.
Yeah, it
doesn't look like I want to.
It sends fumes out the nose in ways that are burning.
Anyway, point of this conversation is though in the case of this show, I would like to see them do more. I don't think it needs to be chopped to the point that it's getting chopped. I understand that they are trying to create an image and an idea and present the ideas in a form that they want to present. Completely understandable.
Yeah.
I would just like them to do better.
Now, did you
they can't.
Did you have another show you also wanted to talk about, or is that
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm watching something else, but I'll talk about it when we get there. It'll be fun.
You're watching something else?
Yeah, but I'm not done with it. I'll tell you how it goes. It'll be fun. Hi, John.
I was going to pull something up here.
Oh.
Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if this works.
All right, I'm ready. Are we ready? You said I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready now for realsies.
Okay.
Shelves are full, and what's on them often forgotten. Sad games and some other media silently cry out to be played again and given the attention that they deserve. This is why John and Dave get together each week. They force each other to take one of these sad games off the shelf, dust it off, and give it some love. Their discussions of games and other game-related topics will surely go off the deep end, but they always pay homage to those that are shelved and forgotten.
Wait for it.
Welcome to the last episode of Shelved and Forgotten. My name.
Okay, I always have to get to the part where it says the last episode of Sheldon Forgotten. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have that prepped because I was dealing with my kids who I wanted to strangle. And also, Dave has not sent me the raw audio file because he claims he has lost it.
Justin Masson, who doesn't listen to the show anymore.
No, well, also because he is currently recording the Nintendo Dads.
That's right now. Can we? I want to work on this. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
John, I played Update the PS4, and then I played Update the game that I wanted to play, and then I played Install the game that I wanted to play, and then I played my game for about 45 minutes before I gave up and decided that I hate it.
Oh,
are you ready? Are you ready to hear about this?
I am. It's okay. So we were kind of talking about this today a little bit. We were messaging back and forth.
Yeah.
How a lot of times when we play these games for the show, you will play a very small portion of it, and I will attempt to beat it.
I like to demo it.
Yeah, you demo it, and I try to play for the full experience. Not with every game, but with the most of them. Right. But I love the fact that you're like, I started playing this, and it sucked. So what were you playing?
Oh, John, here, let's get ready. Okay,
I spent
a lot of my time this week trying to fix this stupid PS4 that works now, thank God. Okay, but I decided I was like, this is PS2 game I really want to play, except in the process of making my PS4 work, now my PS2 is not hooked up properly, so that seems like a pain in the ass. So I'm like, I want to pick a PS3 game. I got a game here that I never played, that I didn't buy, that I stole from my brother, but I was meant to play it because it appealed to me, developed by Ubisoft. I'm going to put it in. So I put it in. John,
what the hell did you play?
The suspense is killing you, isn't it?
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I put this game in, and it decided that it needed a 118 megabyte update, which
Dude, that is so tiny compared to all the updates that every other game needs these days.
Yes, except on a PS3, this still takes forever, right? So I did that. That was fine. I sat there patiently and waited. Then
did it have a little Mario that ran by and hit the little cubes as he
No.
was doing it? Oh, it's disappointing.
And slightly felt that the blocks as time went on is like, went beep 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 beep. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, John. So then the game decided to install, which took 45 minutes.
A PS3 game you had to install?
Yes, it had to install because it was very late PS3.
Okay.
Okay.
What
this
the
actually
hell did you play?
Got released, I think, on PS4. Hi, John.
You played
I
Grand Theft
decided
Auto
that
5.
No. I would play that on PS4. Or no, I'm sorry, I would play that on Xbox if I were to pick that up. Anyway, I decided to put in Watch Dogs.
Oh, I think I have that. I think I have that for Xbox. I think it was the Games with Gold not too long ago.
Oh well, I got it for PS3 at some point. Anyway, so I put this in because this idea appealed to me a lot. I like the idea of a hacker who's going around and killing people and stealing money, and like
You're a morbid person.
the original concept for this game blew me away. And then it came out, it got reviewed poorly, and then my brother played it, he said it was trash, and then I was like, whatever, fine. Okay. So I never played it, but I took it and I was going to play it. Let me tell you about this game, John.
Oh, I want to hear about it, Dave.
One. People who said the story sucks. I don't know. This opening seemed pretty hardcore.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've done in this game. I started putting on the opening, and my kids were in the room, and I was like, I can't play this in front of them.
No, definitely can't. But it's pretty hardcore, pretty cool. I'll give it that. Also, the game looks like garbage. It looks like a late PS2 game, but that's okay.
Do you consider yourself hardcore sometimes?
I mean, it depends on the mood, John.
Oh.
Anyway, quite enjoyed this. But here's the rub, John. Every time you die, you gotta wait like 45 seconds.
I mean,
the load screen comes up and loads you back to. And,
it's
and
weird. 45 seconds does not sound that long, but
but
it
it's
really
long.
feels like a long time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And if you keep dying like me because you suck at games, I mean, it's like if the Zelda Breath of the Wild screen, like, was 7 times longer. That's what it felt like, and that's how often I suck at this game.
Well, in death, your name is Robert Paulson.
Okay. I don't get this, John. Anyway, John.
Seriously?
Anyway, John.
Someone out there laughed. At
so
least
I
one person.
I got a single trophy.
Dude, okay, hey, wait, let me pause you real quick.
Yeah.
How do you feel about trophies you get just for playing the game? Like, do they not just feel like crap?
No, I like trophies you get for just playing the game.
Really? Because I was playing Resident Evil, which, by the way, I stopped streaming because I suck at it.
I think you should get a reasonable number of trophies for just playing through the game.
No,
And there should no, hold on.
Okay, look, how do you feel about participation awards in soccer where every kid gets a trophy every game?
Right. I think
that's terrible.
God damn it, John. Calm down. I'm not saying you should get the gold medal or the platinum trophy in this case, right? Okay? But I should get something for just beating the game. I shouldn't have to do
for beating the game, yes.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be like, you walk through a door, here's your door trophy. Ben says don't die like a scrub.
Okay, but I think if you play through the game and you're throughout the course of the game, you're going to complete 100 missions, whether or not you do side quests or not, no matter what, you're going to complete 100 missions, and there's a trophy for 100 missions. I think you deserve that trophy.
Yeah, sure, 100 missions. But I mean, I've been playing some stuff where it's like, get your first kill. That shouldn't be a trophy.
I kind of agree with that.
Sit on the toilet. If you don't have to sit on a toilet always and you just randomly do it, sure, that's a funny trophy.
I think you should get all the bronze trophies for just playing through the game.
Maybe.
I think you should get the silver trophies for doing some of the extra stuff. I think you should get the gold trophies for doing the hardcore stuff.
Maybe.
I think that's how the game should work. But anyway, this game sucks. Don't play it.
So what did you not like about it?
I didn't like that I couldn't get far enough to enjoy the game.
Okay, so it was because you kept dying.
Without dying enough and sitting around and waiting too much. Like, that's literally the case. Like, I throw it in the trash. If I'm going to wait this long, I don't care.
So at some point, I might go back and play this.
I'm still curious about Watch Dogs 2. But
I've heard it's. Oh, excuse me. I've heard it's way better.
I've heard that too, and I believe it maybe, but
I don't know. At some point, I might try to actually play this game, because I do have it in my little like ready to install folder.
right.
But or like I said earlier, I have 300 hours worth of games to play, and these are games that most of them I can talk about on this show.
And most of them
So-
would be better than this, probably.
Probably. I got some good games lined up. Good ones. Now,
Anyway.
granted, some of those games are 40. Like 2 of the games are 45 hours long, so they literally take up a third of my total games that I have to play.
I guess I'm looking for here. Call me out crazy, guys, and maybe see if these will be it. But I want my big open world, like somehow interact with your friends. I want my next Forza Horizon 3.
Well, hey, speaking of Forza Horizon 3 and Sea of Thieves, did you see who has pre-ordered an Xbox One X?
No.
Adam Leonard, not to brag.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's pre-ordered one. I think he might bail out some water with us in the bottom of our ship.
Okay.
He put
Sounds
out
good.
there, he's like, you guys better play Sea of Thieves with me. Like, not speaking to us, but I felt like it was speaking to me because I might be his only friend.
I'm committed to playing that game.
No, so am I. And the issue is going to be timing, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you'll play it, I'll play it, Sean, Ben.
I hope-
I
hope
think
that game does
Andy's
things-
gonna get it.
I hope that game does things like Forza does, where you're playing with your friends, but not directly too.
No, well, see, and that's what worries me is that, like, I'm sure you can log on when you're the only one there and like go swim around ships and stuff like that. And I'm hoping you can like put your ship in like a safe harbor, right?
Yeah.
So that you can go out and do your own thing when your friends aren't around if you just want to play some level up or however it works, right?
Right.
But then when you have enough people around to go take the ship out, like you got 3 of you at least, you can all
This
go
is-
on there and pull it out.
This is the same reason I'm looking at GTA 5.
I've considered this,
I
but
just
I've
want,
gotten
I
so
want,
mad at the
I want,
GTAs.
I want something that I can just play.
Yeah, well, we're gonna play Overwatch this weekend.
I just want something open world that I can just keep playing for fun.
But you know what my problem is with open world stuff like that I can just keep playing is that I have 300 plus hours of story type stuff I need to play.
Yeah, I'm done with story games. I think.
See, oh god, I love them, and that's not counting some other ones that I
No, don't. Nobody, please don't make a Dave Hates Story Rage account Twitter, please. Nobody, because I don't hate stories. I'm just not in it right now.
Yeah,
I gotta save myself for Kingdom Hearts 3 because that's gonna be goddamn awful, and I
yeah.
have to beat it and play it. So until that comes out, I'm done with story games. Are you okay, John?
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see who was. Once again, someone is talking to us through Twitch, and I cannot read their name very well. Ryan was 19, I believe. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
So
He was 19. That's actually a really funny way to name yourself.
I cannot guarantee that that's what his name is.
Yeah, but no, but think of this brilliance that he may have come up with, or you might have just come up with. Like, you know how like you'll make it like an AIM messenger account. I know this is not of this time period, but you make an account. You're like, I'm 20 something years old. I'm gonna make it this. Right?
You make the account 18 white male, and turns out you go get older and go through a gender reconstruction surgery and
Right. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, John. It's like, it's really funny though if you're like John was 19, like you were, but you're not anymore.
You know what? Okay, so here's what's amazing is the person changed his color from purple to yellow in hopes that I could read it. Sadly, because of this backdrop we have, I cannot read it any better without moving it around. Which I don't know if people watching the video are watching me move this like chat window around.
John, can you just put a white box, please?
I don't.
You gotta be able to generate a white box.
Technologically stupid just because I have a degree in technical studies.
I'm
Right.
gonna send you a new template.
You've been saying that for weeks. You've also been telling me you're going to get me the Shells and Forgotten stuff.
Yeah,
for weeks.
I'm done telling you that I can't find it.
No, you already done told me, so it has to happen.
Oh well, I already done tell you I don't have it, so I already don't gonna give it to you.
I don't even know what to say, Dave. I played a game, Dave.
Oh, really?
Dave,
I thought I was just gonna get to complain about Watch Dogs.
no, I feel you. I'm gonna try
Or-
Watch Dogs
or
at some point.
Watch,
We'll talk
watch
about it more.
underscore dogs.
Yeah, Watch underscore because that's what his parents gave the middle name of. I played a game and I beat it this morning at work happily.
Proud of you.
No, I was really worried I wasn't going to finish it in time. I wanted to talk about the whole thing. I played Metroid Zero Mission.
Oh God, John.
Dude.
Oh God, are you gonna be one of these Metroid people who just like scream about how much they love Metroid? John, keep your pants on. I don't need you to Metroid all over the place.
Hold on. I love the idea of Metroid maybe more than I love Metroid. Right? Zero Mission was fantastic. Now, here's the thing. 1, I put it on easy because I wanted to just play through it. 2, I had a guide open on one of my tabs at all time on my phone for when I got lost and just could not figure out the next thing. But I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about how to figure out what to do next.
Okay.
Right? But yeah, I put it on easy, and yes, I know you're laughing at me right now.
I'm not.
Not you. Ryan was 19, which is really not at all his name. Right? like but that's what I'm calling him now. Ryan was 19. He's laughing at me now for being on easy. No, I put on easy because I wanted to play through it in a certain amount of time. And I've realized through playing other Metroid games that I get really bad at some of these like boss fights when it's not on easy. Like I'm just not a good gamer. Like I love playing games. I suck at it though. Here's the thing. So Zero Mission is a retelling of the original Metroid, but it has a lot of the stuff in it from like Super Metroid. So it's got the save areas. It's got the updated graphics and stuff like that, which is really nice.
Okay.
So it's really cool. It's beautiful. The music is outstanding. The save states are nice. The fact that I finally learned how to put my Game Boy Advance to sleep in that game is kind of nice. I never found any boss fight all that difficult, possibly because I had it on easy. I mean, there was a couple, like the final one took me a few tries, but there's always a save point not too far beforehand. But here's the thing with Zero Mission is you play through what would have been the original, right? And Ryu, hold on a second. Ryu News A19? Maybe I read that right that time.
Hi, can you should change your name to Ryan was 19.
Yeah, he is now forever Ryan was 19.
Yeah, no matter what, you can come in and whatever you want, but that's what we're gonna call you.
Yes, you're Ryan was 19. I'm hoping you're older than 19 because otherwise it's awkward.
Well, he was 19.
No, but if he's like 17, then that's.
But then he wasn't 19 yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why he needs to be older than 19.
No, if he was 17, that's Ryan will be 19.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, he has to be 19 or older so that his name makes sense. His name is in the one we have deemed him to have. We actually just had a ceremony. There was a sword involved in a lightsaber, and you are now forever Ryan was 19. So as you play through, you finally get to the Metroid, right? So the original game, there's a Metroid.
Uh-huh.
And you fight it and you kill it. And in the original game, that was the end of it. But in this one, you get like you have to escape, and you end up getting caught and taken away on a spaceship, and then you have no suit, and you have to survive till you get your suit and then fight one last battle. That stuff was kind of cool, a little bit annoying, but kind of cool because basically you had a gun that could freeze the bad guys but couldn't actually kill anybody, and you just had to run for your life. Overall, really enjoyed it, even though I had to look up a lot of stuff. By the way, if you ever play a Metroid game and you are trying to use a guide but not play by the guide, just use it at the time in which you need it, it's super difficult because the guides...
I was about to ask that because if you're not following it step by step, you're gonna have to like backtrack and go back to where you were from the last step and make sure you did everything else they want you to do, because otherwise you don't know where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing: is like the guide will tell you, basically guide you to getting everything. Now, it said like 51% of the things I could have gotten, which is fine with me. I don't care. But like I'd be looking, and I'd be at this one spot, And I'd be like, okay, where in the guide do I know where I was? Okay, the last big battle, here it is. And I'll start reading. They'll be like, go to this room, go up one room, go over one room, go left a room. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm at compared to this. Like, I have to try to find some like catchy keyword or something. But it worked. Like, I was able to figure out enough stuff, and I was able to figure out a lot of stuff on my own. Like basically, you can just roll around in the ball once you become a ball, which is pretty early on, and you get the bombs. You can roll around and just drop bombs all over the place, and that will show you a symbol. And that symbol is, hey, this is what you have to do to get through this block. Like, sometimes it'll be a missile, sometimes it'll be a super missile, sometimes it'll be a speed boost, right? And so if you do that enough, you will find all the hidden stuff, I think, except for the stuff in the ceiling. But there were times it's like, I would never have known to shoot a missile up at the ceiling at that exact point. Like nothing tells me that. Nothing. Like, I got to the point later on in the game where I had enough missiles where I would literally walk down a hallway just shooting missiles at the ceiling.
See, that sounds dumb.
No. And that's the part that annoys me. And so as I was playing this game, I thought to myself, hey, this is a lot of fun. I'm going to go buy Samus Returns. But I stopped myself.
Good job.
And because here's what I'm going to do.
Because you'd rather have just the amiibo like me.
I don't have the amiibo, although I kind of do want them now. Like, I want the Samus one, and I want the Zero Suit one. Like, I don't care about the squishy one.
I wanted the squishy one. That was the only one I wanted.
No, the squishy one's cool for being a squishy one, but not for my type of collecting, right? But here's the thing, is like, so the Super Nintendo Mini Classic Odyssey Edition, I don't know, throw a bunch of words in there, comes out in like a week and a half, right? Nine days. So you have one set up. I have changed it. The one that I pre-ordered, one of them is
Love you, John.
set to go to your house. Now, I don't know what day it's going to get there, but it's guaranteed to be going to.
I don't care.
Yeah, me either.
When it says shipped, I'll send you money.
Yeah. So, and I it's funny because I had to like call Amazon. I'm like, look, I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose this pre-order. Like, this is super important. And they're like, no, everything's fine. It could change the day it actually arrives, but that's the last thing, and it'll be fine. So I have that going to you. I've got one that's supposed to get to me like around the 3rd or so, something around there. Okay. And it's going to have Super Metroid, which I already own, by the way. I own Super Metroid on my 3DS. So I'm going to play through Super Metroid again and see if I enjoy it more. If I play all the way through and I enjoy it more, I will get Samus Returns. If I don't, then I won't.
That seems like a reasonable, agreeable suggestion.
Yeah, I think it's smart, right?
They could put out Samus Returns to make Metroid fans happy and make a little bit of money. Okay, yeah. And that's why they did it.
No, it is. You know what killed me? And this has been a semi-trend. Is there's someone, I don't remember who it was. I think it was actually someone that like liked it, and that's how I saw it. Put a thing. I was like, hey, go buy Samus Returns so that we can show that we still love this franchise. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to go buy something to show I love something, right? If I love it, I will buy it. If I buy it to show I'm loving it, it's not genuine, right? Don't go spend money to support a developer just to support the developer. Spend money because you want the product the developer is putting out, and that's how the developer knows that you want to support him, right? Don't spend money just to support him, right?
No, that makes perfect sense.
And God, that was killing me when I was seeing this stuff. Killing me.
No, look, I bought the Crash Insane trilogy because I love Crash, and I wanted that game to be great.
And because Naughty Dog is it Naughty Dog? Is that who makes that?
They made the first 3.
So you were worried that Naughty Dog wasn't getting enough love?
No,
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm
100%
kidding.
No. We got enough Naughty Dog love on a podcast on this network. We're not going to speak names of, but yeah, Jesus, no. It's the only PlayStation developer somebody we know can mention.
I'm 100% kidding. Well, and it's the same thing though with Chicken Wiggle. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Chicken Wiggle is a fantastic game, right? It's not. I don't think it's for me. Same thing. I don't think it's for me. And I'm not getting it because it's on the 3DS. I'm not getting it because I don't think it's for me. Right? I have enough stuff to play. I don't think it's for me. But people are like, oh, go buy this to help support. Like, I'm going to buy like what I want to buy because it's for me, and that's how the developer knows this is what I want. Right. even if my name's not attached to it, because I don't need to be known. That was for you, Dave. You're welcome.
Anyway, no, the point of this is buy the things you want because you want them. For you. Not because you think it will bring some future ideal or because you want to support this developer, this individual person. Like, I get it. I get the idea, and I get the concept of wanting to be supported. But the reality is if we support the negativity, which is buying Call of Duty every year, even though I'm just going to use this as an example, right? You buy Call of Duty every single year because no one will be offended by this, right? Because you want to support the series because you want Call of Duty to be great again. That doesn't make Call of Duty great again. If you speak with your wallet and say, I'm going to wait and I'm going to buy Call of Duty when they make the game I want, then you have told them that they do good things, you get good things.
Well, yeah,
right?
and like, I mean, and I get it. Like, I understand the people that buy Call of Duty all the time and buy every single one of these shows. And don't get me wrong, like I watched the trailer for Call of Duty, and oh my god, like it looks fantastic.
No, I might be into this latest Call of Duty. I'm just throwing it out there.
Here's where I look out.
I'm on the fence.
Here's where I look out like hardcore is that Ben will buy this game, right? Yep. And then after he plays it, he will bring it over and let me play through the campaign if I want to.
Right.
Right. So I look out. Like same thing with Battlefield 1, which now I have through EA Access. If I wanted to, all these games, like Ben will buy the games that I just want to dabble in but don't want to own. Ben will buy them. I can try them out. Right. But yeah, don't buy a game just to support the developer. Buy a game because you want to own that game, and that's how the developer will know that developer is doing what it should be.
Because
right?
if they put out trash and we support it, I'm not saying that everything you guys buy is trash. And no, but this is the point, right? If you just support things for the sake of supporting them, that doesn't mean you're actually going to get what you want.
Well, but not even just that, but like
you are actively preventing yourself from getting what you want.
But I mean, even beyond that, you get these people like, oh, I'm gonna buy, such and such game because it came out on 5 consoles. I'm gonna buy it 5 different times. Now, if you love it so much and want to play it on all 5 of those, go for it, right? Like I don't judge you for that, but don't buy it on each one of those just for the sake of supporting that developer.
If something were to come out right now, if Forza Horizon 3, I'm just going to give my favorite game at the moment, right? If this were to come out on Switch, I would buy it again because I want to play it on Switch. Not because I want to support it and tell Microsoft that I think it's one of the greatest arcade racers of all time. Well, I legitimately would like to play it on the Switch as well.
Well, you know what game gets me, and actually it's kind of difficult for me though, is Stardew Valley. So I own that on the computer. Like I have that through Steam. Yeah. And I kind of want to start it from the beginning because I learned a lot of stuff as I played through it the first time. And by played through it, I got nowhere near completing it. I basically was 2 years into it and had done, I don't know, 1 season worth of activities. It's coming out on Switch. And that's great. But if I want to play it some more, I'll just bring my computer to work and start a new game on there, right? Like I don't need to own it on both, and I'm not going to buy it on the other one just to support the guy. Although I think it's a great game, but I've supported him once, So, and like people like Doom, like, and I understand like Doom's coming out now on the Switch. I understand.
I didn't play it on either. If I was really into Doom, I would buy it on Switch.
And I get that, right?
But if
hold on. Ryan was 19. What is the news that you're asking if we heard? This is coming from Ryan was 19.
Oh.
Anyways, continue. But
okay. But let's use that as an example. We don't need to buy Doom to convince these developers that putting these games on the Switch is necessary.
No, true. But not breaking news. News that's new to me. News that new to me from Ryan was 19 It is confirmed Mario has nipples.
What? What? Breaking news, everybody.
It was from the Mario Odyssey play that happened. They showed a bunch more. Mario is running around on the beach with his shirt off.
I'm done with spoilers.
No, I'm sorry if nipples on Mario is a spoiler for you. No, like literally, like I want to say the embargo's up, so pay no attention to anything else Odyssey related because the embargo's up and you will probably find out something you don't want to find out. But they showed some gameplay. It might have been during the last direct or something like that. And Mario was running around on the beach and he had his shirt off. And it's funny because people like took pictures of it and then took pictures of him with the like different pictures and they showed like where the buttons on his overalls were the same places where his nipples are and stuff. It's really funny.
Anyway,
all right.
Point of this conversation is
Yep,
I don't need to see any more Odyssey stuff at all. I'm good. I'm buying it. It's not a question.
Of course it's not a question. Let's start taking us out of here.
Oh, okay. John, this was...
I like how you're just like, every time I start playing the music to take us out of here, you're like, sad?
Yeah.
You know we're going to have a 10-minute conversation after the show.
This was Forget Being Cool, episode 47 for September 20th, 2017. I'm Dave Moore. That's Johnny Casino. He's a jerk. He's the one who decided to end the show, not me.
Hey, I have to get up in 5.5 hours.
Considering this is the last episode of Forget Being Cool... we will not see you Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time / Daylight Time, depending on what it's called. You're also supposed to watch a movie called I don't remember.
It's called something of caring, the fundamentals of caring.
The fundamentals of caring. That's probably what it's called.
I'm watching it tomorrow, Dave. You better watch it. It's got Paul Rudd, your favorite Ant-Man that you don't know the name of.
Right. It's got Ant-Man in it, and we'll see you guys on wonderful Friday morning for the second to last episode of Forget Being Cool.